we are live. Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Nightmare wait at the appointment that I had to take some blood, and then they couldn't find any. Well, they found a vein in this arm, and it wouldn't give them any blood. So I don't know what that's about. So then they had to use my right arm. So it's like covered in holes now. But I am in the shed. I don't know what this light thing is all about. Hopefully I'll be able to figure out what that is and get it sorted. But we're going to do a workout anyway. It's going to be good. It's going to feel nice. And we've got some back bends, some core, and it's a kneeling core. And then some push-up variations to have a go at as well. So you will need a resistance band or a towel. And then, yeah, we'll get started. We've got a round of easing in. As always, rep ranges are going to be anywhere between 6 and 8 for push-ups, and then between sort of anywhere between 8 and 12 for the core variations and the back bends. But as always, just work in a way that works for you. Pick a rep range that suits you. Rest whenever you need to. And yeah, you're always welcome to stick with the option that was in the previous round. No pressure to keep adding as we do. But yeah, we will need a band. But we're going to do 5 walkouts into a downward dog with one of our first exercises, breathing in. So just finding the floor however feels good and walking out. And then you're going to push back into that downward dog. Move the heels if it feels good to do so. Come back to that full plank and then walk back up. So we're going to do that 4 more times. As again, I've got my screen where I can see myself is over here, but the camera is over here. So if I look like I'm not looking at anything in particular, don't worry. I'm waiting for a desk to come. So we'll have a bit more of a proper setup in here eventually. But it's just so nice to have a space where I don't have to rearrange the living room just to get a good camera angle for the workout, which is not something you have to worry about if you're following along with the workout. You just need the space. You don't need to worry about whether it can be seen on film. Right, 2 more. Work those heels if it feels good. And I will also have to just see how my arms go. So I have blood taken out of both of them. They do feel a bit gross. So, and I've planned a lot of upper body stuff for today, which is not great, but we'll see how we get on. Sit, push back, down dog, back to that plank, and then pushing back and up. Awesome. Right, grab your band. Just got a couple of shoulder rotations. Let's go with 10 of these. So if you've got that towel, just rolling it up, holding it at the widest possible points. Get those shoulders warmed up. Let them know that something is going to happen to them. That's it. I'm just taking it as far back. This feels good. So 2 more. Perfect. Now, pop yourselves down on your mat. Set yourself up in whichever push-up variation that you prefer. So whether that is box or get that pivot point slightly further back on the knees, or full. We're just going to do partial range. So by partial range, I just mean that we're just going to dive the chest just down a little way. So that's going to look the same no matter what position I pick. And the aim is just to hold where we stop. Just hold that for a couple of seconds before pushing back out. So just a small range of motion, tiniest elbow bend. I'm going to go on the knees because I just want to save some energy for the other push-up variations that we've got. So just float in the chest down, hold, and then push back up. And we're going to do that 5 more times. Hold, and up. Lovely, one more. Perfect, right. Bring yourself up to your feet, grab a drink if you need one. I'm also waiting for a new water bottle to come because I can't be dealing with this. Having to unscrew the lid every time you need a drink. What's that all about? It just makes me drink less water because it does find it a faff. And then I just took it all down my chin. Because, you know, doing upper body work makes your arms shaky. But I have got some water. I'm just going to wait probably till near the end to have some. Okay, so we're going to do the same as in the first one. We're going to do a walk out into a downward dog. And then from the downward dog, we're going to do just to focus on the eccentric part of the push-up, controlling it down to the floor, and then we're going to come back up however we want, pushing back into that downward dog, and then walking back up to the top of the mat. So we will be doing a walk out each time, and we're going to go for 6, because it's going to take us quite a long time, because there's a lot of components there. So I'll demonstrate one. So walk out, push back to downward dog. From here, you're just going to control it straight into push up, come up however you want, back to downward dog, and then from here, we can just push all the way back to the top of the mat and to standing, all right? So, if you didn't do that one with me, we've got 6 altogether. If you did do that one, then you could just do 5. But anywhere between 6 and 8, depending on how quickly you go. Or if you want to stick with what we did in the first round, that's also absolutely fine. Sit from here, straight lower into, float that chest to the floor, come up however you want, push back, and then walk it up to the top of the mat. Perfect, right. I wouldn't say it's cold in here, but I think enough for me to leave this jumper on because I'm only wearing a vest underneath. That's it, floating it down, come up however you like, and then push back. Wonderful. 2 more. If you're going for 6. And I just sort of wave myself up, using a little bit of momentum to get myself off that bottom position. Floating that chest to the floor first. Easier said than done. Trying not to let those hips collapse. Awesome. Right. Next one. We're going with this kneeling position. We've done this before. And we're going to overhead press with the band. So if you've got a band, double it over. So it's about shoulder width apart. If you've got a towel, really roll it up. Hold it about shoulder width apart. Make sure that you're pulling out on that the whole time. So we're going to go with that lean back, just to get the core involved. Now you can do this in a number of ways. You can tuck the toes for a little bit of extra support, or you don't have to lean back at all. Completely your call. Pull out on that band, hold it up here over the collarbone. We're going to lean back, press, bring it down, and then come back forward. Excuse me. 10 of those in your own time. Pulling apart on that band, trying to stay in that backwards position the whole time. Now we're going to stick with those partial range push-ups for the whole of the push-up round, because it's really good to just work in every part of the range of motion and be strong in every part of that push-up. So we're going to be working on changing positions in that push-up. Let's have one more. Really pull apart on that band. Up and down, that's it. Awesome, well done. Oh, shoulders felt that. All right. So we're going to start with really narrow push-up. Again, in whatever position, whether that's box, knees out, or full, you're going to do a partial range push-up, stop here, and then you're going to jump the hands wide and push back up. And then we're going to do the opposite. So we'll start wide, hold, bring the hands in, and then push up. And when I say partial range, I'm just talking about that top proportion of your push-up. Doesn't have to be full. Let's get strong in that top position. So we're going to go for 6 in total, setting up however you like. You can always switch between them. So hands together, hold it for a couple of seconds, jump out, push back up. Get yourself set for the next one, hold, jump the hands in. So if you need to take a break in between, that's absolutely fine. I'm just going to bring my feet off my mat. It's a bit slidey then. That's it. That's better. So hold, jump wide, push back up, and again. Awesome. 2 left. Last one. Here we go. Nice. A lot harder than it looks, even just when using that top range. Awesome. Right, grab yourselves a drink, and we'll go with this very inconvenient lid right now. I hope you can see everything okay. I don't know what's causing this shuffle of light, whether it is the fluorescent tubes in here or not, but hopefully I'll get it sorted by next week. But I've only just got my internet connection in here so that I can stream my classes in here, and now something's going wrong. Technology, I hate you. Okay, so back to that first round. We're gonna walk out, exactly the same again. We're going to push back, downward dog, and as soon as you come out of that downward dog, you're going to float your chest all the way to the ground, and you're going to untuck the toes, come into cobra. If you want, you can lift the legs off the mat by tucking the toes under, but then what we're going to do is push back to downward dog, and then push ourselves back to standing. So we're just incorporating that back bend into that movement, okay? It will increase if you decide to raise the legs off the mat, but you don't have to do that option. So instead of just floating ourselves back up any old way, we're intentionally going into that back bend, then pushing back. So it's very yoga-y, but definitely in the strength and skill territory as well. So again, we're going to go for 6. Here we go. In your own time, sign the mat, Walk it out. Downward dog. Float the chest to the ground. Cobra, if you want to bring the legs off. Hold that back bend for as long as feels good. And then walk yourself back up. That's it, that's one. Downward dog. And hold in whichever position feels good for you, whichever one just, gives you that little feeling that feels nice. You might notice I'm opting for a bit of a wider stance when I do my walkouts. I'm a bit bloated today. Doesn't feel great when you're working out, but I just learned to move around it. Lovely. We have got 3 left. These are making me feel very warm. I might change my mind on that won't take the jumper off thing. There we go, 2 left. These are making me hot, hot, hot. Getting much less control on those push-ups now, I've noticed, which is absolutely fine. That's what happens when the body gets tired. We've got 1 more. Excellent. Grab that band. So we're going to do the same as in the previous round, but we're going to press left. So we're going to choose left, and then on the next round, we're going to choose right. So all 10 reps. So if I was facing you, it looks like this. We're pressing off to the side, like that. But exactly the same. Don't have to lean back. You can do it with your toes tucked. You can do it with them untucked, which is a bit hard when you're wearing high top Converse, but that is my fashion mistake. Pull that band or towel apart, lean back, press left and up. That's it. Nice. Keep that breath nice and continuous, so we're halfway there. Two more. Keep pulling apart. Nice. Right. For this partial range push-up, you're going to walk the hands all the way over here. So I will demonstrate. So getting yourself set up in whatever position you like. You're then going to walk the hands all the way to that side and then walk them back. Have a little break and then go again. So our hands are ending up So it's our normal position, walking them all the way to the side of the body, partial range, hold, bring them up, walk them back. So 6 of those, and we're going to walk them left every time. And on the next round, we're going to do right. So again, pick whichever push-up position feels good. My left arm, where they failed to get the blood out, is hurting quite a lot. So I think I'm going to just rein it in and just pick this more comfortable mod with less body weight. So walking out, hold, push back up, walking back in. That's 1. Here we go. Doesn't matter how many steps the hands need to get there. Just get them into that position. They're both facing the left-hand side. Right. I'm going to try the last 2 in that full position. Come on, arms. It's hard. Last one. Nice. Drop the knees and grab yourselves a drink. Right, we've got 1 round left. So what you can introduce to your cobra, which is the back bend. I think that's what it's called in yoga anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because you can introduce a leg lift. So swapping the legs each time. I'll just show you in that cobra. So here's the back bend. Untuck the toes, lift the leg. That's your option. You don't have to take it. You can stick with what we did in the previous round. Again, we're going to walk out to each one. Downward dog, float the chest to the ground with as much control as possible. Cobra, leg lift, then push straight back up into that walk out. And yeah, so we're going to go for 6. So if you are doing a leg lift, that's 3 lifts on the right and 3 lifts on the left. Which I'm sure you can already work out. It's only me with the terrible maths, but I am going to take a layer down for this last round. It's getting very warm, which I didn't think I would get on. I've got my plasters on my elbows, but you probably can't see because of whatever's going on here. Right, so here we go. 6. Finding the mat, however feels good. Pushing back to that downward dog. Float the chest. And pushing straight back up to standing. Oh, you just have to remember which leg you've done. That's another thing that confuses me. I'm like, which leg did I just lift up? It was definitely the right one. Here we go. Downward dog. Float the chest. Pushing back. Moving at a pace that feels good for you. Again, I think because of that little bloat, I am just cautious to move any quicker than is necessary. And I'm finding those pushbacks just a little bit twingy. I might just take those out on the next 3. This is a listen to your body in the moment thing. I'm going to rest on my knees instead of pushing back to standing on these next 3. You continue doing whatever it is that you're doing that feels good. Okay, there's me. Have a little rest. We've got 2 more to go. So I'm just going to push straight back into downward dog. Then float the chest. That's it. One more. These are hard. Well done if you're getting through them. Well done if you're adapting them in a way to make it achievable and accessible for you today. Awesome, rest it there. Back to that kneeling press. Pressing right this time for 10. So we are nearly there, we've just got 2 exercises left. Pulling apart on that band. Holding it above the collarbone. Leaning back. Press right, and then up, that's it. Get it down and up before you come back to that start position. Last 3. Last one. Nice job. That really does make my shoulders very warm. So we've got that last push-up where we're going to take the hands over to the right, partial range, hold, and then push back up. Walk the hands back, take a break if you need to. I think I did 4 on the knees, and the last 2 were full, so I'm going to do the same again. So get yourself set up, walk the hands round so they're both facing the right, and then walk them back in. Go for that little hold at the bottom, almost doing yourself a little count of 2. 1, 2, just like that. Lovely, last 2. Nice, that is very core-y. When I need to do it in that full position, the core really has to get involved. Maybe just to help me move to that new position. Ooh. Right, we are done. Grab yourself a much needed drink. If you have any questions about any of the exercises, please let me know, and let me know if you tried this workout and if you enjoyed it. But yeah, have a lovely rest of your week. I'll see you on Friday for dumbbells. All right. Take care, everyone. I've got to press stop recording. Nice. Catch you soon.